Okay, so today I'm going to use the bitless bridle on Ellie. See how that goes. That way, if she's got, you know, I'm not going to put the proper bridle on just because she's cutting that one tooth. It's already through, but it hasn't come right up yet, and I think this is where we're getting a little bit of attitude from because of that. No. No, I'm not asking you to do that. I'm not asking for that. Just want you to relax. Just relax. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm just asking you to just stand still and relax. Come on. So this is where reintroducing ourselves together again is important. Take the time. Relax. Relax. Just relax. Good girl. So when you have a horse that's young and they start to be a bit difficult because you've had a few days off, we'll keep going back. That's right. You're going to reassure her and we're going to walk back up. Come on. Walk straight back where we were. We're going to stop. We're going to stand. Good girl. Adjust that. We're not going to bite. I don't know where that's coming from, but you'd never do that. That's not normal. So what's that about? So we're not going to allow that. Okay? It's all right. So I'm going to ask her again. We're going to ask nicely. See if she'll give us the forwards without being an arrogant girl. There we go. And stand. We got that. Now she's giving me a yawn. Giving a lick and a chew. It's a good thing. This is where patience comes into things. Not only patience, but also perseverance. Stay there. Good. So now what I'm going to start doing is every time she moves back, this is going back. Every time. Now she's listening and saying, I'm not going to move now. Going to try to get her to relax a little. She really doesn't want to relax. This could be because she's had a rug on and it might have been a bit uncomfortable. A couple of days it might have felt a little bit pulling, possibly. Little step at a time. It's just a snug. It's just a snug. That's all it is. Till she settles. Yeah. I just want her to accept what I'm doing. Back to the beginning. There. That's all right. It's not so bad. There. That's acceptable. That's not so bad. Oh. Yeah. Good girl. So she's clearly in a bad mood. It may not be a great day to do anything with her. apart from to just get her to relax around me, if I can. Well, not normally carrying on like this. This is a bit weird. We're just gonna slowly and surely work at it. You can see she's reluctant to stop back where she needs to be, so she's coming back into my space there, which is a domination that she's trying to have over me. So I've got to correct that. If I don't correct that, I may end up with a bit of a problem. Back. So her mind's on getting out of here. That's what her mind's on. And that's okay. She's young. Sometimes she knows better than I do. She probably knows something I don't right now about this ground being really bad and something, you know. She thinks she has a bit in, and she doesn't. Now, because I'm not willing to let it go, just because I don't want to get on bareback doesn't mean I'm going to let her out and get away with it. She's not getting away with it. She's going to have work to do. It's just going to be, I'm going to pop a saddle on quickly, just a small one, so I can actually correct this so that the next time we go there isn't going to be a large problem happening. The other thing, popping the saddle on will determine whether or not there's an issue that I've missed. I have checked her physically and I can't find any indication that she's physically got an issue. So, but sometimes it's not until you put the saddle on that you'll find that out. If you think it's dangerous, dangerous, don't do a thing. You can always redo something another day. Unless you're doing groundwork, don't do anything if it's a safety concern. If it's just behavioural, like I'm suspecting this is behavioural, not absolutely certain, but pretty sure this is just behavioural, because she's got the poops because she's been locked in here all morning. Then it's going to be a different kettle of fish. So let's see if I'm right, if I know her well enough. Let's see what she does when I go to get on. So she's going to do a stretch, which is fine. She's going to stand for me and we're going to nicely get on. Not a drama. So I know it's all behavioural. This is behavioural. She doesn't want somebody riding her bareback today for whatever reason. She might not feel it's safe for her. Horses are funny. Sometimes they prefer you to have a saddle on. Some horses do prefer that. And I must admit, I was nervous as anything. She may have just been picking up on my nerves and thought, no. She's listening beautifully, perfectly. Listening to my neck reining absolutely beautifully. And let's see what she does when I go the opposite direction. Lovely, that's what I'm after. I'm going to go, she wants to go that way, I'm going to ask her to go this way. Let's see if she complies. She's complying. A little hesitant about this turn here. However, I know she can stretch because she's stretched a million times already today. So I'm not going to be fooled by her I can't stretch crap. She's already done it. Now we're going to turn this direction. We're going to use our leg to move that bum round. And we've got a nicely, whoop, nice compliant horse drop. And what do you know? There you go. Now if I hadn't have saddled her up, even though it's a lot more work to saddle her up and get on, if I hadn't have done that, this could have ended with tomorrow when I come in, her having a big attitude towards me and giving me a lot of grief when I go to work with her at all. That's what she would have done, because that's how she works. I know this horse like the back of my hand, and honestly, I know when I can push and when I can't push with her. If you over push a young horse, you can actually end up with a very badly behaved horse very quickly. We're even listening to nice little trot there. Nice little trot. I don't want to go too quickly because it is really slippery. Like, it is like a skating rink of ice. There we go. Get her to move off that back leg there. And we'll ask her to stop. Remembering we don't have the bit in today, so usually we'd have a bit in. We're going back, 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 back. Good. Great job. So I'm pretty pleased with her behaviour. Trot. Very pleased actually. She's doing very well. She's listening nice. And we'll drop. Good girl. And even with her head bowed low, she's gone off my cue. Listening to the rein on the neck rein. Lovely. Actually, she's got really good responses. You can feel where it's drier. Like it will. Good girl. And drop. Drop. Good girl. Lovely. So it was just behavioural. It was just her throwing a tantrum. She just was not ready for me to do the things I was doing. So we're not going to finish with the riding. We're going to finish with where we were earlier, with the step. This time, all I'm going to ask of her is that when I move the step there, she doesn't take off. I'm not going to get on. I'm just going to ask that when I put the step here, she stays. Good. And she doesn't be silly about it. Good. Whoa. Good. When she stands still, then I'm going to step down and step back away from there. Good job. And what's this doing? This is reinforcing to her that the release is going to come from when she stands nice and still. She's checking out where I'm at. She's given me a thing, but she's not moving. So she's doing very well. So I'm going to jump down. I'm going to remove myself again. I'm going to walk away. Good girl. Stay. And she's standing nicely. So all that talk to correct that was very simply some communication where she realised it's not about her getting out of things, it's about her working with me. And well, just going to correct that. Back. Good girl. Good job. We're just going to let her sit and think about that for a second. Now I'm going to go on the other side with the step. Do the exact same thing. What we do on one side, we shall do on the other side. Good job. Good job. Yeah. Her foot's in a bit of a precarious position there. And then make it nice for her. Give her a rub. Whatever's going to work. As you can see, she's no longer trying to escape there. Oh, she is trying to escape. She's going there. Back. Back. Up. Walk up. And walk. And stay. Drop. Yeah. That's pretty much all I wanted to do. Not going to harass her. I don't want her looking for food. I want her to be listening to me. Listening to me. Good girl. I want her to listen. So when I'm up here, she understands I'm there. I'm leaning over the top. This is the position I'd be in if I was going to jump on. She's not running away. She's relaxed. She's settled. She's listening. And now we're going to end it there, because that's the whole lesson, was to get her to stand still for me while I'm near the step. And now she's going to get her release. There she goes. That's her reward, because she stood still. So now she's left with an impression of that if she stands still and she listens, she gets to go quickly. So that was the purpose of continuing that until the end of the lesson. And yeah, it's a bit time consuming, but it's important, because if you've got a young horse and you don't do these things, then you do end up with quite an attitude happening. So I'm just waiting for her to move herself away from there. Might actually have to encourage it a little bit. Yep. There we go. And that's how we correct some bad behaviour. It's not that she's bad, it's that she's had some time off. She doesn't want to. She's had 2 days of rain. She doesn't really want to work. And she wanted to test me out. She did test me out, but she learnt that in testing me, she has ended up learning a valuable lesson, which is it's just a lot quicker and easier to stand still when I'm asking her to. And now she's free to do what she likes. I'm not going to bother her any further. And that's pretty much what we do. Thank you, Ellie. Good girl.